And now we continue with a conversation on some of the developments in the political space in Nigeria in the build-up to the 2027, particularly the emergence of the ADC as a coalition platform, which has brought all the major political gladiators from the PDP, from the ADC, from the APC, from the Labour Party together. And one major talking point has been who will emerge as the presidential candidate. But the question is, what is the prospect of the ADC in 2027 against the background of the peculiarities of our the political space in Nigeria? That's our next talking point on the program. Let me begin with you, Dr. Andrew Omosafe. What is the prospect of the ADC in the 2027 against the background specifically of those who are the arrowheads of this new coalition?
Okay, I'll begin like this. The ADC, as far as I'm concerned, is dead on arrival.
Dead on arrival?
Yeah. It is a romance of incompatible couple. You know, when a couple is incompatible, they may just be living together, but they're actually not together, and they will never achieve anything together. All right? And as far as I'm concerned, the ADC is it's a relationship of strange bedfellows. Yeah, some of them may know each other because they were in government before. Just look at the composition of the ADC. Look at somebody like Nasir El-Rufai. Till today, the scars he created in Southern Kaduna are still there. You know, the Southern Kaduna people have been crying up and down on how El-Rufai sponsored, using state resources to sponsor mayhem against them. It's not something that is hidden. Or is it Amechi that was Minister of Works for 8 years? Sorry, Super Minister of Transportation, with all the Chinese loans that he took. I took a train, I boarded a train from Agbo to Itape, and the train broke down in the middle of the bush. Do you know how much was expended? Billions of dollars that was expended in those rail transportation that never worked. Or is it his government in Rivers State that is still shrouded in a lot of corruption and all of that? Or is it David Mark, who was Senate President for 8 years? And his daughter, by the way, is a member of the House of Representatives. El-Rufai's son is a member of the House of Representatives. Oh, and both of them are members of the APC. See, when they come and tell you Nigerians are tired, Nigerians are angry. Of course, I agree with Wike when he said Nigerians are angry with them. Because these were the people that laid the foundation for what we are suffering today. Okay. So when you look at the figures, Atiku Abubakar, who is a perennial contestant, by the way, he has said that he is not going to yield to any form of zoning to the south of the president, that he wants the primary, because he knows he has the deep pocket to buy delegates. Okay. And so if you look at the composition of those who formed the ADC, yes, or the coalition, you just know that these are people who cannot live outside government. They are AGIP, what we call AGIP, any government in power. So once they are out of government, you see that they are not okay. Okay. They are not okay. So right, they are always looking for every means to remain in government. And if these are the characters that are saying they want to push Tinubu out of Aso Rock in 2027, it would have been better for them to just stay in their houses and continue to marry their wives. I like to bring
Comrade Shedrack Odugba into this, because the question has been, or the issue has been for some analysts, that unlike some of the mergers and coalitions we've seen, we have Party A, Party B coming together, there's a fusion, there's a coalition, but we are seeing this coalition being driven by individuals who are in different political parties. Isn't that something that should give Nigerians a source of concern?
Yes, it should. But for the circumstances we found ourselves, it is what is obtainable. You know, it's always very irritating, very petty, very nauseating when people whom are members of the APC would praise and commend persons, members of their political party, who are destroying Nigeria, spending our resources recklessly. But the minute they just leave the party, they become the demons they were known for. All throughout, Emechi was in PDP, was in APC, spending our money recklessly. No APC member came out and said, oh, this man is a useless man. When El-Rufai was championing their cause, ensuring that was destroying people to buy votes, they never accused him of any wrongdoings. But the minute the man discovered that this Tinubu administration is bound to destroy the structures of democracy in Nigeria and said, and makes a U-turn to say he wants to repent and solve the problem he joined in creating, they say the man is now a demon. It's very funny. See, what we are in the situation in this country is that Tinubu came into power and decided to destroy every single other opposition party to ensure that when the people discover that he has nothing to contribute, they will not have an ample opportunity to rise and contest against him. He went to the People's Democratic Party, brought out Wike. Till today, he's still using that man as an institution to destroy the People's Democratic Party. That one failed from top to bottom. He went to the Labour Party. Julius Abure and his led faction practically drove with a beer to the party, even when they know they never have an option even next to him. If you go to New Nigerian People Party in Kano, the elders in the party gathered and they suspended the only governor they had. I begin to wonder what exactly is happening. So Tinubu, see, let me tell you, if you look at what we call political and political democracy, there are two major things that are very critical. There's what we call awareness, there's what we call access. For awareness, the people need to be aware in political participation of who the best candidate is. They need to know what is wrong with them is not one devil in hell. It's not one natural disaster, but it's the failure of leadership. That was why in the last administration under President Muhammadu Buhari, the man was struggling to fight the awareness of the people. That's why he was coming out with gagging the media, coming out with horrific and outrageous bill against the media, trying to block Twitter to ensure that the people are not aware that it is governance that has bedeviled the Nigerian people. But when Tinubu came on board, he discovered that awareness is not so that he could fight and win. He now decided to go for access. That is to say, people can no longer have the veritable platform to access power. That whoever wants to contest in Nigeria must go into the All Progressive Congress and he will endorse his candidacy. And if he does not endorse you, you cannot fly. What will this portend? That means people will be in their houses and they will not have an option but to vote for Tinubu. And in the long run, what is this are the causing phases. Even within the APC, those all progressive members who to a large extent have shown some level of consciousness will say, oh, we are conscious that this man is not doing well. When we have one time or the other spoken against the policies of President Tinubu, they will not have the opportunity to return back. They will be cut to size and sent to packing. And they will not have an opportunity to get to seek redress in another political party. That is to say, even if you people who have some brains within the all progressive party will be put to off and be ended. When he talks about the persons who have now come together to let's form a coalition, they should be commended, they should be saluted, they should be celebrated. Because at this material point in time, for a man at this time to come up and say he wants to fight against Tinubu, a man who we know to be very vindictive, who has state resources, who has state power, that can go against many of these people they are talking about, they all have cases with the FCC. Tinubu can wake up in 1 minute and put those people in jail. But yet they are willing and ready to sacrifice all that is within their means to ensure that they stand strong for Nigeria, to ensure that they give Nigeria a viable and veritable option. These men may not be angels, may not be sent, but I bet you that the process they are going to rebut will nudge Nigeria on the path of rectitude and restitution. And all of those persons who perhaps are not singing praise, they say, oh, the thing is dead now ever because of this platform. When Peter Obi could not win, what happened? We saw people go to Senate. We saw people went to House of Reps. There was success, there was victory, there was enlightenment, there was opening in the political space. So when you talk about politics, there are no parties coming together because Tinubu has bought and destroyed the whole political platforms. So what we have
there's no evidence to that.
But what we have now is a coalition of people, and it's going to be Nigerians against Tinubu. So all of this recklessness and rascality they showed will bury it and put to an end.
All right, Christopher Jekiri, quickly add your voice on your perspective.
Assuming, without conceding, that the people who are coming together in the coalition are defective, assuming without conceding, has Andrew Masafi created another Nigeria where we have another set of Nigerians who are involved in the political process that can repair Nigeria? The answer is no. Take the coalition aside, what is remaining, APC. Do a table. Put on one side Tinubu, Akpabio, Wike, and put on the other side Atiku, El-Rufai, Amechi, John Odige Oyegu, Roland Owe. Put on the other side. First of all, the number is depleted in the APC ranks. And let's look at their qualifications. Up till now, we have not found a classmate of President Ahmed Tinubu, whether in primary, secondary, or university. They were going
he has a classmate in
when
US.
When he gave a false information.
He has a classmate in US.
When he gave a false information, and I'm quoting the late Odumaki, they were going to do, I think Ibadan government called it, they were going to do a celebration of old boys. And everybody was contributing when he became governor of Lagos State. Then somebody now asked, which set? They didn't find any set. Because the man did not go to school. His case is in the US, being tried. Donald Trump just called up the file in the US, being tried for narcotics. And I am quoting his spokesman now, Omokri. The video is there. Omokri said he went to Chicago. He dug up, he said he's a drug addict. I'm quoting Omokri. Now, it's there on my video in my Facebook. Now, that is the man that this man is sitting here and comparing with Atiku, who was head of economic team when we brought GSM and has established GSM, which is creating millions of jobs for Nigerians today, is in communication. He's here talking of an Atiku who was head of economic team when Nigerians paid all his debts. Obasanjo and Atiku paid Nigerians' debts. You are comparing Tinubu with him?
But the most damning comment on Atiku also came from Obasanjo.
In his my watch.
When people
read my watch.
When people are angry,
Obasanjo.
Hold on.
Read my watch.
When people
you
are
know Atiku. You don't know Atiku.
When your wife is angry with you in the house, it will call you yeah man. You don't know yourself.
Oh my God.
Those words are not recorded. I'm quoting facts of economics and facts of politics. So what Obasanjo just said in his anger, I mean, since then, he has gone to Otta several times, they are friends. So leave what Obasanjo said in his anger. I'm quoting facts. That is the Atiku that have been in position since the inception of our democracy and still is able to muster this kind of followership.
Okay.
That tells you that you have leadership there.
Okay.
El-Rufai did what he did in southern Kaduna, but Tinubu is doing what he's doing in the whole of Nigeria. He's creating hunger. Hundreds of people are being killed to the point that in this regime, military people are now rebelling and creating social media platforms in which they are exposing the military. It has never happened in our history. Police was on the street in Osun the other day protesting. People are killed in millions and he has no answer to it. Rice. You forget that Tinubu belongs to the APC regime that started in 2015. He's calling Tinubu as if Tinubu started yesterday. He brought in Muhammadu Buhari. Rice was 7,000 in 2015. How much is rice today?
Let's not go
so
there.
we're talking about facts.
Okay.
If you say these are the people, take us back to the regime.
Where they performed.
Nigerians were happier. We paid our debt. So take us back to that regime.
Okay, Chris.
You are criticizing a train. Hold on.
No,
you are criticizing a train.
Yes.
If there was no train, would you have entered one?
Oh, okay. I ended up in the middle of the bush.
So if he got spoiled at the middle of the bush and he got kidnapped, what would be the justification?
In America, only last 2 months ago or so, planes were crashing like no man's business.
Yeah.
But the train spoiled the Tinubu regime, poor maintenance.
Was it
Amechi that was managing?
Okay, let me proceed. Let me proceed, Chris. Barrister Esekwone. Yes, from the legal perspective, before we let you go, share with us what's your take on this coalition. What in your opinion, is the prospect or are the prospects of ADC as a coalition in 2027?
Okay, Sonny, please just permit me.
No, please, I want to focus on this.
I know, I will
on this here.
But I want to digress a bit.
No, don't digress.
Focus. No, important to correct.
No, we passed that.
No,
hold on.
You don't even know what I want to say.
We are past there.
No,
I want us to stay on course.
No,
we are past that subject.
I'm saying the time you're stating.
Okay.
As a lawyer, I've not allowed that to happen.
Okay.
I mean, I'm officer of the law.
Okay.
My presence being here, I cannot say something misleading the public out of ignorance and lie it.
Okay.
I'll be queried.
Okay.
So I cannot just leave it.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the issue is that when my friend here, when he said you will not lie on the INEC to prove over that matter, it is wrong. It's not INEC. Please don't mislead the public.
You are not correct.
Wait, let me finish.
You didn't hear
Let me
me.
listen to
even
me.
Doctor, hold on. Dr. Andrew reacted to that issue.
What he said,
listen. You want to correct.
Listen.
Okay, no, that by
My friend,
He said, I said, the
don't
owners
refrain
lies
your
on
words.
INEC. I didn't say the owners lies on INEC. I said there are legal opinions.
Okay.
And there are different people who are saying
the owners does not lie on
those
INEC.
opinions
are wrong.
There are legal opinions who are saying that it is wrong.
Very wrong. Wait.
That the owners should lie on
Okay,
their
just
own.
let it establish.
Yes,
go
and
ahead.
I what I'm trying to say.
Okay,
I follow.
go ahead.
He raised the issue.
Yes.
He raised the issue.
Of course.
What I'm trying to say is that it is strike law that he who must who assert must prove.
Who alleges
Who
must
alleges.
prove.
So it's
Yeah.
the petitioner that allege. In my practice, overvoting, irregularities. That is why the Justice Garba, when he gave his judgment, he said the appellant failed to discharge the duty placed on him, the burden of proof placed on him by the law. By the law, on him.
Okay.
So not say that or whichever.
Excuse
me. With the pressure
so
will come and come there.
Okay, all right. Now
so
I'm
glad that I'm settled.
Yes.
Please let them know that. This
now, please, can you go ahead
yes,
and
go
press
ahead.
for
That one
time?
is clear. Now let me tell you, my colleague said here that the very day when they plan it over the creation of ADC, it's a dead on arrival as far as it's concerned. Yes, my opinion is that it's not even the very moment he was conceived. He died that moment.
Yeah.
Okay, I agree with you.
He died moment.
And now they cancel it.
Yes, he died that moment, even because before they came to the world. And so what do you expect to get? It's a steep bet.
God bless you.
All right, thank you.
No, I'm not finished.
No, that will happen.
No, I'm concluding now.
We'll take a break. We'll take a break.
So
Thank you, Vice Secretary. If you just join us, it's the Politics Today on Independent Television and Radio. We'll take a short break. We'll be back with the concluding part, and our studio line will be open so you can call and be part of it. Stay with us. Thanks again for rejoining us. You're so on to Politics Today on Independent Television and Radio. And our major talking point is the prospects of the ADC coalition in the 2027 general election. And I've got joining us as well is Engineer Fidelis Esegwe, who is a chieftain of the All Progressive Congress in Oman. Thank you so much for joining us on the program. Okay, now, the ADC coalition has a fragment of the major political parties in Nigeria. And that's why some say something is also not well with the APC as a party. And recently, we saw even the vice president criticizing an action taken by Mr. President in Rivers State over the removal of Sim Fubara as governor of Rivers State, and then declaring state of emergency, appointing a sole administrator in that state. What do you make of this in relation to the prospect of the coalition going into 2027?
Yeah, thank you very much. The coalition, what those group of people are trying to do, they want to copy, and unfortunately, they are not even copying properly. This was not how Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, now GCFRO, did it in 2014-2015, that unseated a sitting president. The coalition as it then was driven by political parties and not individuals. Like what you see here now is that what you see is that this present coalition is driven by individuals. As it then was, there was ACN. Bola Ahmed Tinubu was in control of ACN. There was CPC. Buhari was in charge of CPC. There was AMPP. Kwankwanso was in charge of AMPP. Rochas brought part of ABGA, and just like that. Ask me any of them, if El-Rufai was serving as a minister who presented himself to be a minister in this government, will he be talking about coalition? So it's about himself. He's not in charge of APC. Exactly. If, what's his name? Amechi had won the ticket in APC, will he be sitting there and be talking about coalition? So it's also not about the people, it's also about I don't want, just look at all of them. And if you look at the collaboration, it's an unholy marriage because they are all full of ambition. This one is saying, I agree to do 110. The Igbo people will kill him if he say he wants to do 110 if he's made president. So he's already lying. Amechi says he wants to do 110 because they now agree that the matter will have to gravitate to the south. And Atiku is telling them that he's the only one who can galvanize enough vote now if they support him. Now, it then shows that this thing is about self and not about whether Nigerians are hungry or not. Now, if you look at it very critically, amongst all of them, they were all against Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the last election, except one, which is El-Rufai. All of them, he dealt with them. So, except just one, which is El-Rufai. So, I don't see anything new there again. Let me tell you what will happen. If they manage to go into primaries, I use the word manage, the fragment will even drop before primaries. Yeah. But if they manage to go into primaries, let me tell you, it will further divide them again and again and again. Now, which party are they bringing together? They are not bringing political parties together. They are bringing the people, they are bringing individuals together, coming to sit down. Look at Labour Party. They are already telling Obi that if you are part of us, come and stay with us or resign. Why not resign? It's even a sin. It's a political sin, an electoral sin to even be into political party. ADC is a registered political party existing. As it then was, APC was not a registered political party. They dropped their party flags and registered an APC. Why are they not dropping their party flag? I am in PDP, but I will vote for APC. That's a political sin, ab initio. So this shows that this coalition is dead on arrival.
You said it's wrong to be in two political parties. There's a Wike that is in APC, that is in PDP.
Wike is a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He attended the last meeting of NEC of PDP.
So
he's a member of the PDP.
Not APC.
Yes, no. There is no constitution that says that a president cannot patronize another political party. The president can perform. And Amechi is performing. He's a member. He attends all stakeholders meetings in PDP.
Okay.
So he's not in the PC.
Okay, Chris, what is the prospect of the ADC in this whole conversation against the background of the individualization, the personalization? I know we hear people like the Alhaji Atiku Abubakar saying that there is no zoning. We must go through the process as it's supposed to be. I mean, all of those talk. And then there's this talk about the vice president criticizing his boss in a book launch recently, which some have interpreted to mean that all is also not well with the APC.
Well, as a media man, Sonny, the prospect should have been clear to you. What is occupying the front burner in all media space in Nigeria now? The ADC. It has become the subject of discussion, the focus of political analysis, albeit porous, vacuous, and infantile in many cases. But it is the center point of all discussion. That tells you this is the concern of the people. Esiegbe wants to tell us which strategy we should use to defeat. If I think Andrew is too strong for me, and I and Dubai want to fight him, you are not to tell me whether we should carry the leg first or whether we should bend the head. What we want is to have Andrew on the floor. So whether it is the fact that those men are so magnetic that they are attracting hundreds of thousands of people from other political parties, or they are attracting the entire political party, is immaterial. What is material right now that those men have coalesced into one political party. And Gombe has destroyed this PDP structure, moving Emas. The acting national chairman of PDP, Ilia Damago, by my last understanding, is the only member of PDP in Yobe State. Because the entire PDP left him there and moved in. In Niger State, the same thing is happening.
Okay.
So that is telling you that the people have found a platform and they want to use that platform. So I can understand the disquiet in the camp of the APC over it. Okay. Our internal affairs is our internal affairs.
Your business.
Yes, and we have experience
let me pause it
who will deal with those issues.
All right, Shitrack.
Yes, yeah. I hear them cry so much about who will be their candidates. Why do you worry so much when it's not your party? You are crying more than the bereaved. Primaries will take place in June next year. We are still by July this year. What we are doing
because there are concerns that the
concerns
southern involvement in the governance of this question, I mean, in this country is being threatened.
There is no political party that does not have North and South.
Okay.
There is no political party that has people with Southerners or political party people with Northerners. They are always a homogeneous nature of Southerners and Northerners. And at every point in time, they come together to analyze, strategize within themselves. It's an internal party affair on which whether to zone or not to zone, whether to draw it open. So when you see the APC begin to cry and jittery, for me, it's because they've seen the Waterloo. What we have right now is that nobody talks about another party. Nobody has mentioned Labour Party. They have not. There's nothing is happening in any other political platform. Everything that's happening now is focused on the ADC because that is where the persons who have the requisite competence and character to seize power in 2027 have all gathered. So and you put together the votes, you see that Tinubu should have every reason to be scared because like, how many million votes did he get? Put together the votes from Atiku and Obi. When Obi had no governor, no senator, no House of Rep member, he was standing alone. He was able to muster 6.1 million. When Atiku was fighting against the interest of the South, the total interest of the South, he had about 6.3 million votes. Now that the man has come together, Nigerians have seen very clearly that the man in seat, Tinubu has practically nothing to offer. All of his policies have gone gravely down. You see all of his policies, especially we call borrowing and loan taking. The man has removed all soft loans. From fuel subsidy, he removed it. Subsidy on education, he removed it. Subsidy on electric tariff, he removed it. He took everything that government was giving to the people, and at the end of the day, he wants the people to go back and vote for him. All of his projects are white elephant projects. You see the Lagos Calabar Expressway is dead on arrival. So the man has nothing for Nigeria, has not been able to produce quality And
All
when we
right,
say
let's-
that,
let's-
we'll
let's make-
mobilize and take that man out of office, and the egos are gathering.
Dr. Mosefe, in 1 minute, yes. Let me get your take on this. There's a question I've asked. I don't know why they deliberately avoided the question. Maybe because I saw.
Oh,
you
Shetima,
nodding.
please, I want to.
No. Let me get Dr. Mosefe because that's the major talking about the vice president's comments on Sim Fubara's removal.
No. The vice president did not comment on Sim Fubara's removal.
Okay.
The vice president was only thanking Adokie for saving his head during the government of Goodluck Jonathan. And that was it. Did you see anywhere in that comment where he said, I'm criticizing Tinubu for suspending?
No, what did he say?
Excuse me.
State what he said.
What
Let's
did he
see.
say
What did he say?
exactly?
So what did he say exactly?
Because
What he said was that
Clearly.
the Goodluck Jonathan wanted to remove.
No, he didn't mention Goodluck Jonathan.
Listen,
Say what he said
did.
clearly.
Why are you talking as if? Please listen
Quote
to me.
him.
Okay, now let's speak.
He said Goodluck Jonathan.
Good
Goodluck.
luck.
In fact, he even mentioned Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, GCFR. If you have not watched the video, please go and watch it.
Watch it repeatedly.
And he said that at first, Tambuwal told the president, the then president, that he did not have the authority to even remove an elected councillor. And then he said at the second time he presented it before the Federal Executive Council, and that Adoke, who was then Attorney General of the Federation,
Also
said
said
that he doesn't have the power to
Yeah.
remove the governor,
Yeah.
not to talk of... and if you hear in all of the Vice President's comments, there's a constant feature there, which is remove. He did not say suspend.
Okay, all right.
The
So you're
Constitution-
saying
the
he didn't
Constitution-
say that. You know
the-
how he was misrepresented.
Of course, he never criticized
Let me take this
Tinubu.
call.
Did
Let me
Tinubu
take
remove Fubara? No.
No, he was
Let me
suspended.
take this call.
He was suspended.
All right, gentlemen, just pause for
different
a
from
minute. Hello,
removal.
caller. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling us? This is Politics Today.
Good morning, everybody back there. My name is Comrade Karim Oronsaye.
Okay.
I'm calling from Kida.
Deviant.
Yes, comrade, go ahead.
To greet every gentleman over there. I want to say that once the Supreme Court has given judgment, it's no longer a matter of discussion or argument again, because after the Supreme Court judgment, you can only appeal to God.
Okay.
Let us learn to accept the judgment of the Supreme Court so that we can make our legal system, our judiciary, we can give some respect to it, to relax that. And I want to congratulate the governor also for being able to put that. Now,
Okay, thank you, Comrade Oronsai, for your views. The studio number 08077770003. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Go ahead with your contribution. Good morning, caller. Please turn down the audio level on your TV or radio. We have no choice but to take you off if your system is echoing and infiltrating into or interrupting what we're doing here. Hello, caller. Good morning. What's your name? Please turn down the audio level of your television and radio so we can remove the echo and have a meaningful conversation. 08077770300 is the studio number. Hello, caller. Good morning. What's your name?
hello, good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning. Go ahead. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Automatic Grace from one of the
Automatic Grace,
Please,
go
I
ahead.
want it's 2027 presidential election campaign starting. Because what I did is I see the D-born of the president all over the country, everywhere in the country. 2027 D-born. Why? It's not the electoral law. Is that again? I don't know. But I know 2027 all Nigeria against Tinubu. As my brother said, is Nigeria against Tinubu.
Okay.
But
All right. Thank you, caller. We are pressed for time. Let's take one more call and tell us your name and where you're calling from, caller. Good morning, caller. Good morning. What's your name? What's your name, caller? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
hello, this is Innocent coming from New Benin.
Yes, go ahead, Innocent.
My opinion is before we have any good election, we should talk about the electoral reforms.
Okay.
Because if you check most of the issues we had in 2023 election, it's mainly issues that boils down with INEC.
Okay.
So if we must have a seamless election, there must be a reform that will make the transmission mandatory.
Okay. Thank you very much. Our time is almost up, but let me quickly get Comrade Bobby 1 minute to contribute to this last conversation. Bobby, quickly share your thoughts with me on the prospect of ADC in 2027.
For me, ADC as the new political right of the coalition is also a very viable alternative for Nigerians just now. This current administration of Ahmed Asiwaju, Bola Tinubu, and the APC have been subject of controversies. Nigerians are suffering from insecurity, hunger, starvation, multidimensional poverty. We are suffering from galloping inflation that has risen to a skyrocketing rate of over 84%. And if you look at the way the country is going now, Nigeria is now becoming a shadow of herself. So let us not forget that irrespective of the fact that this ADC coalition is a combination of political heavyweights from different political parties coming together to unite under one platform, the APC is also a coalition, it's also a product of coalition. Right from 2014 to 2015, where he took over power, the Bola Tinubu was able to bring people together, and they fought the administration of extra president Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. So Nigerians at this point in time, Nigerians are expecting that if this nation must move forward, there must be reform in our electoral system, because if we still use the same INEC that have been conducting controversial elections from 2015 till date without reforms to conduct 2027 elections.
Yeah, Bobby, you're saying that electoral reform will be key to the outcome of 2027. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me get the final word from Engineer Fidelis, who joined us in the later part of this. One last word in 1 minute.
Like I said, if the coalition is for the Nigerians, like they claim, what I expect those individuals to do is to pressure those who represent them at the green and red chambers to refine the electoral reforms, to be sure that they can have and agree on the free and fair elections. Now, if you come together again and the electoral processes, like you also claim, once somebody is declared, the other person goes to court. Yeah. If you don't have the process to drive a refined election that is devoid of suspicious, then you will still go back to the court. Okay, so what I expect them to do now is let us pressure the National Assembly to refine the electoral system.
All right, let's call it a wrap, gentlemen. If I have more time, I know there's so much more to talk about, but this is where time will permit us. Thank you so much, Christopher Jekere. Shadrach Udubai.
Thank you very much.
We save it for another day. And Dr. Andrew Mosefe, we save it for another day. Bobby Obayiwana, thank you for your time. Engineer Fidelis, thank you for your time. That's a wrap on Politics Today on Independent Television and Radio this lovely Saturday morning. Thank you for your time. Have a beautiful weekend.